visit to New Zealand, and how does that affect you?
The dialogue was also an opportunity for me to meet with my Chinese counterpart, Defense Minister Wei, which I did earlier today. It's 3 years since Defence Ministers of our two countries have met. This was an important meeting, one which the Australian government welcomes. It was an opportunity to have a very frank and full exchange, in which I raised a number of issues of concern to Australia, including the incident involving Australia's P-8 aircraft on the 26th of May, and Australia's abiding interest in the Pacific and our concern to ensure that the countries of the Pacific are not put in a position of increased militarisation. This was an important meeting between two countries of consequence in the Indo-Pacific region. It was a critical first step. And as Secretary Austin observed after his own meeting with Defence Minister Wei, it is really important in these times to have open lines of dialogue. Australia and China's relationship is complex, and it's precisely because of this complexity that it is really important that we are engaging in dialogue right now.
Some broad conception, some roadmap about how...
The dialogue has been an opportunity for Australia to affirm its commitment to the global rules-based order at a time when the global rules-based order is being placed under pressure. The war in Ukraine has made it clear that there are countries, in this case Russia, which seek to challenge the global rules-based order. But the global rules-based order and the idea that countries are able to negotiate their differences with each other on the basis of rules as opposed to the basis of power is what has underpinned prosperity and stability within our region. It has been absolutely fundamental to the economic success of East Asia. It's been fundamentally important to the economic success of Australia. And when you think about the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, which provides for the freedom of navigation of vessels around all the oceans of the world, but including the South China Sea, you realise how completely important and fundamental this is to Australia's national interest. We also meet at a time where there is significant military build-up. Indeed, the military build-up of China is the largest build-up of military that we have seen since the end of the Second World War. Now, Australia it completely understands the right of countries to modernise their military. But this must happen with transparency. It must happen in combination with reassuring statecraft so that neighbours and other countries have a sense of comfort about their own future and destiny in the face of that.
It was obvious today with the exchanges from the Chinese and Secretary Austin yesterday.
Minister, could I just ask, did General Wei also talk about a follow-up meeting?